Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a really fun, pretty versatile card case, or it can be used as a checkbook cover or a stamp case. Basically, it just depends on the size of paper you're using to get this really amazing little fold. It's very simple. This one, and it could be a book cover as well. So the most unique thing about it is it has a little spine edge, which really helps to keep it flat when you fold it or when you use it. So let's get started. I'm going to use a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and this one is just some scrapbook paper that's been cut down to size. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take with the color side down and folding in half. And then I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to fold it in half to the center. Actually, not fold it in half to the center. I'm just doing a covered fold to the center on both sides. And then I'm unfolding it. I'm going to make a little hem on both sides of this, and it really doesn't matter what what the size of the hem, but just kind of make it as even as you can. This is about a little over 1/4 of an inch, but you can go as wide as 1/2 inch or a little bit larger if you want. Just depends on the style, but it's pretty easy. It's a pretty straightforward. You just make a hem just to shorten it a little bit. See, once I fold it inside, I've got this little gap. So now I'm going to just take the corners, all 4 corners, I'm going to fold them to this crease, first crease here, basically with all 4 sides. And now that's done. And now I'm just going to fold everything back to where it was. And this is a good time if you wanted to decorate the inside so that you don't have a white side. You can actually paint the inside here, or stamp it, or do anything you'd like if you wanted a double-sided. This is just the basic fold. So now I've got my general piece here, and I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm going to make a little pocket. And I think I want my pocket to be it's a little over an inch, about an inch and maybe an inch and a 1/16. But it doesn't really matter. You just fold it a little bit over an inch. You don't have to use a ruler or anything. And now I'm going to take this. I've turned it. Basically, I've got my folded edge away from me, and I'm just going to bring this whole section up to the very top. And I'm going to flatten it. But one thing I do is if we were to tuck this in now, there might be some buckling. And I'm going to show you what I'll do. I'm tucking these corners into the pockets, or these ends into the pockets, and you can see there's a little buckling happening there. And there's a way to resolve that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, basically I'm going to just take this part, I'm going to pull it a little bit. Not very much, but maybe just a fraction of it. Just a hair, small amount. I'm going to do this on both sides. I'm just pulling it out at a little bit of an angle, and then I'm just reflattening it. So basically what I've done is I've narrowed this about a 1/16 of an inch all together. And what that does is that actually, when I'm ready to tuck it in, I've just turned it over. Now I'm putting this in like this. Now it's going to lay flat. When I put my little tabs or my ends in the pockets, it will lay nice and flat, which it did. It's a big difference. Just a nice little trick. Now, to get it to fold flat, right now when I fold it, it just wants to pop right open. And that's not a fun thing. We don't want it to pop open unless we want it to be something that stands up. But to make it fold so that it lays flat, I'm going to create a nice spine edge. And how I'm doing that is I'm just going to fold this. I'm going to fold it about 1/4 of an inch below this top edge, or a little bit, about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to turn the whole thing over. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to bring this bottom edge and do the same thing on this side. I'm just folding it about 1/4 of an inch below that folded edge. And then when I open this up, I can just reinforce that spine edge that I created. You can see It has a nice spine edge. And now my case folds nicely right in. It just stays really nice. And so this is really nice to put gift cards, IDs, credit card. You can use it also, like I said, as a book cover. You would just slide the pages, the front and the back page together, and now you have a nice book cover. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. So that is my case for today. Here's one that's just a little bit bigger. This is 8.5 by 11. This is 9 by 12. This is a 6 by 6 size, which is great for postage stamps. And then, of course, the checkbook size is 15.5 by 17 inches. And that will give you a nice size for a checkbook. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.